Good morning, everybody. I thought today what I could do is talked to you before about how buying insurance online sucks. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through a insurance company's website and try to buy auto insurance online and tell you what that process is like, and then tell you what they end up charging me, and tell you whether that's more or less than what I'm getting right now currently on my current plan. So first, I've got to put in my personal information. So they've asked me for my name, where I live, all that fun stuff, my birthday, and all that jazz. Now I've got to put in the cars. So, my wife, she drives a Subaru, I drive a Kia. So they've already uploaded both of those into the system because they're registered at the house. So I had to put those in. It asks me, is it primarily kept at my house? Is it not? And now it's asking for my information. So my birthday, my driver's license number, what age I was first licensed, if I'm married, was I ever in the military? And a lot of these questions, again, are just built to uh, make sure that they're giving you a proper quote. Now, again, I'm not going to tell you which insurance company I'm doing online. Most of them are the same. We'll just call this generic insurance company. And a lot of the questions they're asking me are honestly questions that when you talk to an independent agent, which is what I recommend and what I currently use, they're going to ask you anyway, and they're going to do a lot of this for you. Next, they're asking about tickets and driving history, accidents, and explaining what happened for those accidents. My wife's car, for example, was hit in a parking lot 2 years ago, so she had to make an insurance claim about that. They're asking, was anybody hurt? And a lot of that is to figure out, do they need to raise your insurance? If you've been in an at-fault accident, they raise your insurance by X. If you've been in an accident that wasn't your fault, it's Y. So it's, you know, they're going to raise your rates both ways, but one way they're going to raise it more. Honestly, I think it's crap. I think if you were in an accident that wasn't your fault, they shouldn't raise your insurance at all. And if you haven't checked out my video about if you make an underinsured or uninsured claim, and how the Ohio Revised Code actually restricts your insurance company from raising your rates if you make one of those claims, you should go check that out because it's an interesting provision that I found. Next, they're asking me who my current insurance company is. Um, and through that, they're asking what my current limits are, and then they're asking how long I've been with them. Um, Other household information, so they want to know, is any other household member driven the vehicle? And the reason they're asking that is in most policies, what they have is that if somebody lives in your household and they're a family member, um, they don't technically need to be on your policy for you to allow them to drive the car. But if they aren't, then they're just a regular household member and they're not a family member, so they need to be on your policy. Like, for example, if you have a roommate, or if you're engaged to be married, you probably want to put your spouse or your fiance on the policy because it's going to allow them to drive the vehicle and be insured when they're driving the vehicle. Next, they're asking for some contact information. This is always fun. I'm going to put in my actual email, but not my actual phone number because I don't want them to call me, but I'm sure I'll get thousands of emails from them afterwards. Um, okay, next they're asking, let's see, they want to know when my expiration date is for my current policy. So I will put that in. They also want to know who's driving the car the most. So, for example, my wife drives the Subaru more often. I drive the Cadenza more often, so they want to know. Um, let's see, do you want, this one's asking if you want to sign up for their mobile, and they give you a discount if you do. Next, they give you the quote. So here's what they haven't asked me. They haven't asked me how much I want in MedPay coverage at this point, or what I have in MedPay coverage. They haven't asked how much underinsured or uninsured I want. Um, and from that, I can't tell if they're even going to ask me if I want an umbrella policy. All of those things is what I currently can do by just talking to my agent. So let's see. The basic, affordable, and streamlined policy, 25K, 50K. Now that's the state minimum. Uh, with 25,000 in property damage, there's no comp or collision deductibles. Let's see, 5K in MedPay coverage, which I can't change. They won't let you. They won't let you do that. Um, let's see, emergency roadside service, no coverage. Car rental, no coverage. So that's the basic. Then they've offered a 5100, uh, which basically says um, everything's the same except I get emergency roadside service. And then the 25500, which is what I currently have, they've offered. The only thing that's different is they allow $25 per day for car rental and travel expenses. Now, their current rate that they're trying to give me is like $708 for every 6 months. That is like $200 more expensive than what I'm paying right now. And that's even without being able to customize it to exactly what I need to make sure. So they have this view and customize button that I can click. So I click it, and it says I can personalize my policy. But the thing is without somebody explaining to you what each of these different policies mean, you can't know what you need. So, for example, now it pops up, it says bodily injury, I can change it. Property damage, I can change it. Comprehensive deductible, I can change it. Collision deductible, I can change. Uninsured, underinsured, I can change the med pay. Um, but again, if I'm changing the med pay, um, you wouldn't know to do that if somebody's not there explaining to you why you need more med pay. If you've watched a couple of the other videos that I've had, you'll understand that the med pay should be done at the maximum out of pocket for your health insurance. And if there's, again, not somebody there trying to explain that to you, a lot of these don't make a lot of sense. Let's see. Roadside assist, road service, you might want. Um, let's see. Car rental and travel expenses, 25 per day, $600 maximum is fine. Um, so then once I put it in, that doesn't really raise the price at all, and it lets you go through per vehicle. So when we update the quote, after we've done that, now it's almost $300 more expensive um, to get this quote from this, again, generic insurance company online. Now, it has applied a bunch of discounts: drive safe, good driving. They've applied good driving to both my wife and I, which is good. Vehicle safety. But this also doesn't include a lot of the discounts that I'm able to get through actually talking to somebody and knowing what extra coverage is. Now, again, over here on the left, they do have an agent for your quote, and you can find a different agent, get their details and all that. But this person is only getting a quote. Um, I'm only getting a quote without any of the other stuff. So if I wanted to get home and auto at the same time or get an umbrella, like I can't even get an umbrella policy right now on this at the same time. When I'm talking to an actual person and an actual agent, I get homeowners, I get auto, I get the umbrella, and they wrap that all in, and then I get discounts based on that. So I get discounts on my umbrella because I've got the underlying policy and it's a high enough policy. I've got discounts on my auto insurance because I've bundled my home and auto. All of that stuff is reasons why I personally think that you should go to an independent agent. So I hope you've enjoyed this little conversation, a little walkthrough of buying insurance online and how rigid it is, rather than it being a kind of fluid conversation with somebody and being able to talk about the different coverages and being able to look at the policy. Because even here, I can't actually look at the policy they want to give me and the policy language until I buy the policy. If I'm with an independent agent, they can send me a copy of the policy so that I can read through it. Because you may not know, but an insurance policy is just a contract. You can ask for things to be taken out, or you can ask for things to be added in. It doesn't mean that you're actually going to get it, but at least you know when you're buying. Um, if you're looking for an independent agent, you want a policy review, or you've been involved in an auto accident and need a lawyer, give Bressman Law a call at 614-538-1116, or you can always email me at jedediah@bressmanlaw.com.